Hi, it's Rudy. And this one, I gotta say, my friends, this one is a good one. Today we're playing Wartales. It's in early access. And this one is a mix of a mercenary sim, turn-based combat, and an RPG with some really interesting elements. Let's just get right into it. We'll play a new game. Our companions, you start off with 4 mercenaries, are apprentice friends looking for an adventure, men escorting merchants who lost their employer, deserters fleeing an abusive captain, young farmers looking for a better life, or bandits looking to escape the guard. Now, each of these give their own bonuses and negatives. Also, each of these gives you a different starting lineup. In my honest opinion, I think that the men escorting merchants who lost their employer is probably the best because of the cross-section you get. You don't have an archer, but you do have a warrior, which none of the other ones have. Archers are nice, but early game having more bodies on the field who can do more than one attack is always good. So let's go for the money anyway with the merchants. It's another nice bonus. Now, your companions are used to long walks, which gives a bonus versus fatigue, or cunning fighters, gives them a 10% bonus in XP combat XP, sorry. Show incredible resilience, which means that they're tougher to start, and this game can be pretty unforgiving. Are excellent at slap games, which means that they get a bonus critical damage, or they could sell anything to anyone. Normally I take the fatigue, but I think I might take the crit damage this time. If they had a flaw, it would be that they have a somewhat meek appearance, which means they can carry less. Carrying capacity in this is pretty brutal. I'm going to leave that alone. Eternal dissatisfaction, which means your happiness is reduced by 1. Which means you can never max out happiness above 15. But, it's not that bad. We obviously don't want the critical hit reduction. Have a very hard time getting up, which means that rests, the danger is increased by 10%. Not great. Or we pay them more. I think we'll just go with Eternal Dissatisfaction and see how that goes. I'm going to play this on normal. Free mode starting in Tiltren. That's the basic start, and we'll call this one Rudy. Alright, here are our fighters. We have a warrior, a swordsman, a brute, and a spearman. Brute is always blunt melee weapons. Swordsman always uses a sword. A warrior is always an axe. It could be one-handed or two-handed. Same with the brute. Spearman, a spear. We don't have an archer. We do have a pony, who we can rename. If you want to give me suggestions in the comments, I will change it. We might even do a live stream of this sometime. So our spearman has Wrath, which is useful, and Impale, although I usually use these guys... Oh, I can't change it, eh? Oh, yes, I can. I usually use these guys as support, so I'm going to give him first aid. And I'm going to let the traits be random. I'm fine with that. Also, I dig his mustache. Theohar has Engage, which is useful with a brute, although he's not your sword and shield brute. Could make him a sword and shield brute. Or I could put the warrior in that position. I think I will make him a sword and... a hammer and shield. And in that case, that is useful. I'll explain why later. Swordsman, I'm going to go two-handed. I am going to give him Wrath, however. Just for the extra hits. And you, I think I will also give you... Actually, I might give you healing just to round it out. And we'll go with the random traits. Let's get into it. So this game I'm showing you, is after the most recent Gothenburg update. I haven't made it to Gothenburg myself, although I do have a game that is 120 hours in, maybe. But I've mostly just been messing around in Luthern. This game mixes very well turn-based tactical combat with like a survival sim, sort of. You have to feed your guys, and an RPG. Each of the classes have subclasses. A mercenary's life is never easy. After a heated skirmish with bandits, the most opportunistic of your companions have fled, leaving behind a generous payment and a furious client. Keen to make a few crowns, but not at the expense of their own lives, they now need to find a new job. Repairs and drinks won't pay for themselves, after all. So here we are on the map. We have nothing unlocked. Somehow we left our clients at the top of this hill. You want to look for shiny things. Materials can be crafted into useful items for your troop. And our first enemy, to give us a taste of combat, are these two goons. A hoodlum and a poacher, which is basically very similar to one of our archers or a ranger. We don't have a ranger in this mix, which means we should look to get one. Alright, so our guys are in blue, they're in red. We're going to want... I'm going to put my two... Alright, so I'm going to run him out there to try and get the poacher. I'm going to put my two shield guys on this guy. He should be the least effective that way. Now, when you make an attack, so he can do 5 damage with this cleave, but I could do it from range and I could hit multiple enemies. Doing it this close means that he's going to be forced to engage me, which means that now you can only attack each other. You're sort of locked in combat with one another. But with an archer, that basically removes their weapon and they're forced to punch you. They don't carry daggers or anything like that. Now that we're engaged and he's not going to be able to shoot one of my guys for potentially high crit damage, I'll end my turn and move on to the next guy. Okay, Theohar. Get in on it. I should have started with the other guy, actually, because he's got the taunt ability. See? 2 damage. Much better than the 16, which potentially could kill one of my guys at this level. Let's get in and do a little backstabbing. Nice. Get our spearmen in, and we'll just whittle this guy down. A lot of the time, this is what you're going to want to do, is focus fire enemy by enemy. Alright, let's just end that guy. Get a nice little cutscene. There's a few that I've seen. They're usually pretty good in here. Can't quite reach you, which means you probably can't either, eh? Well, we'll just run these guys up then. So unless they're doing poison damage or fire or something like that, they're going to have to go through your armor first. You have 2 stats here. The gray is your armor and the red is your health. Get you in there. Since you're closest... Oh, sorry, end turn. Oh no, I'll give it to you. I'm not going to waste mine. I'm not going to waste those right now. There we go. With the enemy vanquished, we win. We get a little bit of loot and some cloth. You can take these corpses because you can take cannibalism, which means that you can use bodies as a food source. Oh, and we already got a level up on our warrior. So, the Sentinel has a very nice ability called Ovation. They also get to wear heavy armor. The other two are in medium armor, although I do really like the Berserker class, but mostly for two-handed weapons. So I'm going to take Sentinel. You also get a stat bonus when you level up, an attribute bonus. The 2, which is randomized, appears where it chooses to, but you get double the the allotted bonus. The rest of these are just ones, for example. Movement's good. Heavy armor slows your movement, gives you movement penalties. So that's quite a useful mix there. We'll just take the corpses for now. We may use them later. So, now we're free to explore the world. Every time we find something, we unlock knowledge. Each region has its own scenario. This sort of tracks your progress through it. Top left. Your suspicion, should you steal anything, your wanted level goes up, and it can go up to like 300, and it gets pretty GTA crazy. This is your troops' happiness. At -5, people want to leave. At 7, maximum valor points is increased by 1. That's these points here I didn't want to spend in that first fight. And 15 experience gets gained at 15 from combat experience. You also get influence from being happy. This is how much food we have, 48 units or 2 days worth, and 250 gold. Food and gold are going to be very important throughout. Each of your units can learn trades. That's just some free stuff from what looks like a jumped caravan. So we've come to our first location. This is the Plateau Stables. You can talk to Godded, the guy here. When I think of how many people don't shoe their horses, it makes me want to pull the little hair I have left. Tell you what, buy a horse from us and I'll throw in the horseshoes for free. We don't need another horse right now. They're 180 bucks. You can get a horse to fight for you, or you can have it haul. But if it fights for you, you can put armor on it, which is great, but you can't control it unless you have a specific archer ability, which we don't have right now. These items are owned by the people here. You can take them from them, but you'd have to steal them, which gives you a wanted level. And at the moment, we'll just leave them there. And maybe we'll find something like that later. Now, here's our map. We haven't explored much. Let's just wander around a little bit. I think we're not far from Stormcap. So each region has a major town. Stormcap is this region's major town. You can trade here, get missions. It's probably a good place to start off. In the forge, you can buy materials to fix your gear, which you're going to want a lot of. We'll get a couple of those just to walk around with. You can sell junk here. They won't buy bodies. You can forge things on here if you have ore and so on. You have to make one of your troop become a blacksmith. And there are quite a few different jobs, so retaining that at first helps. Lady Mayoress Gontrande. Are you mercenaries? I'll have you know that we do not take kindly to refugees in these parts. Why, you ask? Because they have overrun our streets and are now taking to the roads. Ador and Edoran is sending our way anything with legs and a mouth that cannot wield a sword. You have your work cut out for you. There's no lack of honest folk in need of help to fend off the refugee menace. So, politically, you can start off early either supporting the people of Tiltren or the refugees. It's up to you which way you go. There's a market. You can buy goods here and food, which you probably will need to as you go. You can make a cook in town once in your camp. Sorry, your camp is here. Right now we have nothing in camp but a workshop and all our dudes. There's bonuses for sitting at the fire. There's bonuses for being a tinkerer and working at the workshop. A couple of things I like to do when I come in is just give her a piece of bread. Please, can you spare some food? And she says she'll pray for us, but we also get 10 influence. The other interesting person is Renard. For a few crowns I can polish your armor. Please, I'm so hungry. And you give him 10 gold. Here you go, a little spit polish here and there, and done. So shiny I could go blind just looking at it. Thank you for all the money. It'll be well spent. But then he steals 20 gold from us and runs off. There's that SOB. Hey, where you going, bud? Hey. I can polish your armor for you. How did you find me? Or threaten him to get our 20 bucks back. Please don't hurt me. No, I'm sorry. You don't get to rob us. Now this is going to be a bit unfair for him. Let's try not to hit our guy with this wide swing of this sword here. Oh yeah, when you get on all sides of an enemy, they become surrounded, you get a bonus. Not sure why it's lagging like that. Alright. Take those two, although we're pretty far from sleep. Alright, now we're left to explore. No real missions. Oh, we didn't do that. We got robbed. I forgot. Let's get a mission. Life as a mercenary on the road is tough. At the top here you have your fatigue. Once that reaches the bottom, you can fill it up to the red, but if people are wounded, they'll end up dying. Also tells you what day and time it is. Apothecary is another job you can take. They sell healing and other items like that. Anti-plague and so on. Although I find that a bit later game, other than making medicine for your troop. This guy here, the informant, he sells jobs with but the cost is influence. But if you explore enough of the world, you'll find what he's selling. And then these guys here are units for hire. I think right now we're pretty big, unless we wanted to pick up an archer or something like that. Like I would take a ranger right now. Ranger uses a dagger. It's kind of like a rogue. Might you be looking for work? Our role as emissaries is to ensure all the service requests are fulfilled. We regularly update our job offers. So it tells you how difficult the job is and what the basic reward is. You can unlock things with knowledge points that let you haggle prices and so on. But I'm just going to take a couple of the easy jobs right now, just to make a bit of money, till we get our feet wet. It's good to keep up on maintenance, keeping your armor good and your wounds taken care of. The longer you leave things in a bad state, so there's our two quarries. Might as well go to this one. The more likely you're all going to get murdered. It's the worst. Okay, now, the real early game bonuses come out of these armor. Some of them are level bound. Like this one's level 2, and it's medium. I don't know who. They'd have to wait till somebody was level 2, but for 90 bucks, it's got 12 armor. That's not great, but they get better. We'll come back. The only reason I didn't do that is because if we go to the blacksmith and we collect enough leather and cloth, we can make armor that's as good as 12. Okay, so one of us, let's make it the spearman, is going to be our angler, and he's going to fish for us. Food sources that don't cost money, always good. Oh, but first, we'll go into camp, and our brute will be our tinkerer. I'm actually going to rearrange this a bit too. Okay, brute, tinkerer. I want you making materials for our armor. If we seat them all together, they'll have better relationships. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll just tuck our horse in there for fun. Okay. The reason I came in here is because we need fishing hooks. Our first time craft bonus gives us a bonus to knowledge. Looks like we just unlocked a discovery. I think what we'll do there is learn run. Early game, some things are stronger than you. even late game. This way we can escape them faster. Like if we were to rob somebody and we got wanted or something. I'm not saying that we're going to. I'm just saying that we could. Alright. Let's cast a line here. I always look for the little circles. And this is a very simple mini game. You want to keep the cursor, by holding down the mouse, in between the red. If you leave it in the red for too long, you lose the fish, you lose a hook. Sometimes you lose a hook just for fishing. This game's really neat for its little mini games. Got a pike, got a perch, some good eating. Ooh, went into the red there. Careful now. There we go. And we've collected all the fish from this part of the lake for now. And we are over... I'm just going to throw the bodies because we don't actually have cannibalism yet. We were overweight. Do you have anything new since leaving? Same shiz? Yeah, same stuff. Could get a better hammer. Actually, that's not a terrible idea for our brute. Although our brute is a... Early game weapons, the faster you can down somebody. Huge. It's big. 10 and 2, is that the same as this? Exactly. Okay. Let's hang on to the old weapon for now. We can sell it. There's lots of merchants around. Let's grab some ore. Check out these bodies. Do you guys have anything we need? I think I might sell that hammer. I mean that, ooh, bottle of wine. I'll take some wine. This must be the refugees doing? I don't know. Hey, 12 bucks. And some mushrooms in the woods too. Oh, there's some wolves. Oh crap, we're overtired. Don't really want to fight wolves while we're overtired. So we'll take our first rest. We're not wanted or anything. Alright, everybody's doing their things. We do have some more ore. I think I'll just make a lockpick for the knowledge. Substantial amount for the first go. Now, time to eat. So we don't owe anybody any money yet, although we have gone through our cash pretty quick. So why don't we have some bread, a bottle of wine, we'll have that perch, nice and fresh. It's making me hungry. There we go. So we gained 2 valor points. We're well rested, which is good. +3 to our happiness, so our happiness is growing. Which means that we actually get a bonus max valor point, also very nice. I'm never sure what this, I think this other negative effect might actually be that dissatisfaction. And our tinkerer made a couple of raw materials to help repair our armor. Now let's continue on our way. I'm going to take these wolves just for the food. Now, if you catch something like this, you can see their view cone. If you catch them looking away from you, then it's an ambush, which gives you a favorable position, basically surrounding them. It's also good to know that the size of your party scales the size of the enemies. So something to consider, if you grow too large, as I've done with another save game of mine, I've got like 20 guys. It's, why can't I hit this other guy? If you grow too large, then you're fighting so many enemies. It's ridiculous. There we go. Get them both to start. Very good. And then maybe I'll tie up one of these guys. Who else? Oh, I guess you both, or you do. Will you hit both of those guys? Yes, you will. Okay, new hammer already paying off. Now the valor points you can kind of turn into an economy once you level up your guys a little bit. I'll get into that once we get there a bit more. Let me know if doing a live stream of this is interesting to you. Might be cool. Let's weaken this one. There we go. He's gonna move. So far, nobody's broken through the armor, so that's all good. Who's first? Him. I'm gonna hit you now, I think. Yeah. Well, spoke too soon. We come over here and flank. I'm gonna hit that guy. That's no good. Alright, I'll take the shot here. Looks like we're gonna use our medicine. Hopefully I won't go down. Oh, yep. So now I'm dying and I'm bleeding. Which means that if I don't use first aid on him before his turn, he's gonna die. So that's not good. I've got 2 healers though. Planned that ahead of time. Oops, probably should have used that valor point. So first things first, let's go over here and heal him. Now heals take care of the conditions and the dying, so it's just a 1. And then let's get in here. Stab that wolf. Hopefully he won't down my other guy. Oh, good. We'll just finish him here. Super. Okay. We're going to have to spend some medicine on this. Take that, some teeth, some meat, a couple carcasses. We'll heal everybody too. Can't have them walking around with wounds. Halves your doubles damage at halves other things. I quite like the Swordmaster. The Protector's good too if you're going like Sword and Shield. Put his willpower up. Willpower not only lets you hit galvanization faster, which means that your men do more damage. If you are hit to a lethal blow, willpower can save your life and put you back at 1 hit point. But I like the Swordmaster because of with a 2-handed sword, because of the 2 swings. So I'm going to go with that. He gets to wear medium armor. See if we can catch this armor guy. Hunter's cloak and a nice bow. So there's some nice medium armor for 12. Don't think that's worth it right now. 12 armor, I mean, for 90 bucks. We'll come back later. Let's go finish a job maybe, and then we can buy some nice things. Traveling on the road does make traveling faster. I was going to go up and over, but I forgot I don't have a pitten. Sinister Cave. A lot of the RP parts of this game is making choices. So here's a guard outpost. You can talk to people in the outpost. You can cut wood if you have a one-handed axe wielder like a warrior. I think miners can also do it. Little chopping wood minigame. It's identical to the mining minigame. Easy way to collect resources. Ooh, a locked chest. What else we got in here? What are you saying, Adulk? Nothing is beneath him. Bertram stole 2 cows and a calf from my brother-in-law. In one night, his family lost everything. I will never help the refugees after what happened. They're all just like Bertram. Lawless scoundrels, the lot of them. I used to be an adventurer like you. To think we have to camp out here because of some pig-headed bandit. That Bertram will stop at nothing to terrorize the yokels. But when it comes to facing the guard, that's a whole other matter. You see that cave to the north? He's holed up in there. Oops, press the wrong button. It's been 3 days and he still won't surrender. Bertram knows he's done for, yet he continues defending his lair with such doggedness that we have no choice but to starve him to death. That's why I need mercenaries. He doesn't know you. He might even let you in if he thinks he can convince you to help him. And once you've gained his trust, you can finish him off for us. We'll make it worth your while, I promise. $100, 25 influence, and 20 towards finishing the storyline in this section of the map. So let's go talk to Bertram. Ooh, hello. I don't really have anybody who would be decent as a thief. What is everybody's dexterity? 4, 4, 5, and 5. Let's do it anyway. You got a 5. You can be our thief for now. We have a lockpick. We only have 1, so hopefully I actually make this work. So this works very much like Bethesda's lockpicking. You want to listen for where there is no resistance. Okay, that's 1. Shoot. Well, alright, we'll come back. Ah, mercenaries, did Fergus send you to help us? Rovin hired you to kill me? I beg of you, don't do this. We do not enjoy bullying the farmers, you know. We have no choice if we want to survive. Rovin is the one who must die. I will match his offer. In fact, I can pay you more, and you'd be doing a good deed. Once he's gone, the farmers of Tiltren will have no one to protect them. We won't have to force them to share their resources with us. Kill the captain is the only solution. I could fight them. 100 is what he's offering me. That's not more. But, yeah, we'll go kill the guard. Sure. Do. Hey, Rovin. Bertram hired you to kill us? No, wait, you don't understand. This man is not some poor refugee. He's been terrorizing the local farms and stealing their crops. He must die. I'll pay you to kill him. No. You guys look like you got better stuff. Okay. There's our leader, Captain Rovin. Here's our goons. I want somebody who can actually make it to him. No. Huh. Oh, that's because of the mud. Almost. The reason... Oh, there we go. That's the play. The reason I'm doing this is because a tactic that the archers in this game like to employ is to shoot you and then run really far away and then somehow have the movement to run all the way back again. And honestly, I just don't feel like chasing the guy. So, this is what we gonna do. Boom. Also, tie up the archer. Now he can't shoot his arrows at us. Yeah, we'll come around here. We won't engage him yet. Let's weaken his armor. Oh, and give him bleeding. I like that. I can hang back out of the way here, so as not to interfere with my swordsman. Alright, now he's engaged. Well, let's engage. Ha! That's all you got? Alright. Well, he's almost down. Sure. Cool. There, we used our first Valor point. If they have less than 50% health, you get a bonus. Looks like he also gained Fury, which is good. That gives a 50% bonus on top of the next attack. I'll use my new ability, Laceration, here. 50% bonus, and I still get my regular attack. Awesome. Down he goes. Okay. Now you're in trouble, Cap. Oh, wow. I forgot about that trap on the floor. That's annoying. Almost could have got the crit there and finished him off. How about you, Spearman? Can you get close enough to do anything? No? I mean, you've just been taking the shots. Alright. Yep. So much for that. Got a new shield. Repair everybody. Nobody was badly hurt, which is great. Okay, so I always play the Spearman as support. So one of my favorite things to give him, you can give him anytime he's not engaged but next to an enemy, he gains a temporary Valor point. Or every time you kill an enemy, or every time you end your turn not engaged next to an ally. And which is what I do often. I move them up, and then I have them run people through. Plus a bonus to strength means he'll do more damage with his spear, so very good. Theobar with the hammer. Time to make a choice. So Vanguard lets you run 5 meters through enemies and do 8 damage. Smasher is a area of effect in front of you, 180 degrees, and does poison damage and 8 damage. But Destroyer, not only do you get to wear heavy armor, which I recommend, for the Brute at least, it does the most damage, and it gives the enemy weakening, which means that their next attack, or weakening for 3 rounds, is at 50%. It means that you can stay engaged longer with heavier enemies and not get taken down. And I'll take the bonus to crit. Continue. Who's got a golden key? This key is precious, but not as much as the treasure it keeps sealed. Let's find out. Ooh, a nice dagger and some money. Anything else here? Alright, Bertram, what you got for me? I can't believe Roland is dead and we are free. We really owe you one. Here, take this. You deserve it. I'll be sure to tell Fergus and the other refugees in Haven what you did. Alright. Moved ahead, got some money. Somehow didn't get wanted for fighting that guy. I don't know why. So it may seem silly to spend some of your day collecting flowers, but trust me, get every flower you can get your hands on. They're worth money, they're useful, You can make things out of them. And like $10 for a bottle and a couple of flowers is way better than $40 for a new medicine. You can just make your own medicine for $10 basically, and picking some flowers. And the money gets tight in this game if you're not careful, like me. If you just spend your money on every shiny thing that rolls by. Okay, I got some more fish. Something in the woods here. Wow, Bertram works fast. The refugee leader wishes to meet us in Haven, which is a area nearby. I wonder if we can squeeze in a fight. Where are these guys? We probably can't. I'm going to move back here and camp next to the river in the rain. Can we make anything new yet? I better make some lockpicks, to be honest. I'll make 2 lockpicks and another fish hook. Should go back and get that cave, maybe. What do we need for this? Not more of everything. Alright. We'll eat all those carcasses. And a perch. Let's have a bottle of wine. Some bread, and there we go. So our first wage price came in $60 for the 4 of us. It's not terrible. Another knowledge point. See, at this point we could take cannibalism. The negotiating on prices is actually really good if you're going to be doing low-level missions. Because early on, unless you're recruiting people, influence is not used that often. Not a ton. Wow, we're getting jumped! Help the desperate refugees. I would like to recruit a ranger, though. Okay, why did you do this? Seems like such a weird thing to do, guys. Can I hit both of them if I go there? Let's find out. No. So we're just gonna get in on this poacher. Yes, having the extra abilities and the valor points available, great. Very useful. Ow. Jerk. So that ability we took for this guy where you... So I'm not engaged, I can stand next to him, finish that dude off. We became galvanized because there's so few enemies. I get that temporary valor point just by standing next to him. Super useful. Hadwig's almost done. No, we're not gonna let them just run. Let's do them in. Can't be you. So the abilities, something else you should know, the abilities in this game are largely based off of the weapon that you're using. There we go. So your base attack is changed by whatever weapon you're using. Could take cannibalism. We're doing okay for food right now. Please have mercy, good sirs. Have mercy on us. We didn't attack you to hurt you, believe me. We only wanted to scare you so that you would hand over your crowns. Please don't hurt me. It was wrong and we knew it. We don't have a border pass. I could give you the money to go. But Gothenburg requires so much gold to cross the border that we had no other choice. We have no other choice but to rob travelers. I could just give her the money. We'll receive a hunter's bow. Or we get executed and get 5 cloth. I don't know about giving her all of my cash. I don't have a border pass. I don't think the hunter's bow is going to be worth 250 for some reason. I also don't have an archer. So, and I will have no money to recruit one. Sorry, honey. Well, we helped. We helped them. They're no longer in need of help. Bow and another hunter's cloak. Not really. Woodland farm. Before we do anything, let's just have our thief look at this. Shoot. Yeah. Free stuff. Ooh. Anything else in here? These guys, I guess. Okay, treat us on the plague. This is going to give us a knowledge point, and I think we should take it. So we're going to steal this. And now we're wanted. I also want that meat. You'll see why in just a second. A plague rat bit my husband while he was out chopping wood, and storm crab has cast us out. Ever since, I had a very hard time of finding enough food for him. I have nothing to offer in return, but could you take care of him? Oh my. I heard what my wife told you. She's right, you know. I'll eventually turn against her. Do what you must. I'd rather die than hurt her. So we could kill him and get infected blood. Or we could recruit him for 5 wolf. That's what we'll do. Taurus is a warrior. He's also currently has the plague. We don't have anything to treat this injury, but I know someone who can. So let's go do that. He also gets a level up. Bonus to movement. Right on. And I'm going to give him Berserker. It is, by far, if you ask me, for a two-handed weapon, it is the best. Might as well get that knowledge point while we're here. Let's look at knowledge points. So let's get that offer hunters. Feat makers? No. Okay, wages paid. Movement speed is faster. Rationing is always good. Doesn't look like we have other options. So let's go rationing and frugality. So that's a 10% reduction on wages and 3 less food a day. And hopefully that'll keep us afloat longer. Stormcap is way over there. So is my other gig. Alright, we might as well head back that direction. For now. Go get paid. Go get some meds for this guy so he's not going to die of plague. Oh, and remember to dodge anytime you do anything illegal. Dodge the guard. There they are there. They're red because they're actively searching for me. I'm wanted for taking that book. It must have cost her a lot of money. I'll stop and have a little fish. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Early game angler, I think, is a really good choice. There's so much free spots to fish, and really all you need is like an oar, and you can get 2, maybe 3 fish out of it. You know, per fish hook, if you're good at it. And of the mini games, this one is probably one of the more least interesting, but I don't know, it's got its merit. I love that the lock-picking minigame is so similar to like Skyrim or you know, Fallout, because I was like a master at that game for picking locks. And the fact that it's sound-based is cool. I forgot we were wanted. Here is Tiltren Jail. So I don't condone the owning of other people. But we're going to get some chains and take some prisoners and maybe get these prisoners to work for us. And maybe eventually fight for us. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. I mean, the same prisoners were trying to kill us when we capture them. But I'm going to go pick up some chains and some rope. Animals are uncontrolled. They're decent fodder early game if you can get the ability that lets you, like, control them. They're way more useful. But... Oh, so another way to recruit just with money and no influence is to take one right out of the jail. They don't have a ranger. Oh, do they? Ah, they do have a ranger. High dex. Low movement, because he's club-footed. And he doesn't wake up, so not good for watching prisoners. But has a better carry capacity. Yeah, I'll take him. No real problems there. Like, no... I mean, other the heavy sleeper is not useful, but... Alright, we'll take you. Come with me. As long as I'm well fed, I will follow you wherever you go. 96. Yikes. Alright, now give me 2 chains and 6 lengths of rope. That which basically equates to 2 animals or 2 people. I don't have a prisoner currently. And I will exit. Hello, Gubald. Can you use this yet? Very good. Well, let's get out of here. Oh, we're gonna have to camp right here. Alright, can we make anything new yet? I think we'll wrap this video up here as we get ready for bed in our new tent. Okay, Taurus, you're looking a bit rough, Holmes. Okay, so the campfire, the people sitting at the campfire, gives a bonus to happiness. The tent gives a bonus to valor points. Once you start getting the valor points going, like so, it can be really useful. Let me turn this way. There we go. Okay, 2 and 2, or 3. Oh yes, Berthold's over there. Alright, we'll have a little rest here. I don't think I can make anything else. I'll make a pitten, because we never have, now that we have rope. I didn't realize we used them. Oh, and another knowledge point. Spend that. The only tinkering you can make right now is saddlebags. You can put that on your pony, and it's 10 more carrying capacity. There are better ones. Bonus to crowns after battle. Bonus to repairs. Endurance training is pretty good. I'm going to take the bonus crowns. It's 5% more. We can use the money. Alright, always want to eat your stolen food first. And I'm going to eat all the food that doesn't have, like, recipes. I'll pay you guys your 60. There we go. Happiness is up to 13. And we got a new day. Stormcap's just over the horizon there. It's not very far. Over there. So we'll head in there and get Taurus healed up. And when we return, we'll go after that other gang. Oh, actually, we'll leave on this note. We'll deal with... Oh, shoot. No, we won't. We're going to hide right here until this guard goes by. Everybody be quiet. Don't let him see us. We'll just go deal with these guys first. Where's them refugees? We'll toss them out ourselves. We'll toss them all out. Yeah, I've been drinking. We all have. How'd you know? You seers or something? Never mind. Leave us be. We got refugees to clear out of Tiltren. So we can get past them if we had 3 wine, but we've been drinking our wine. So instead, we will fight them. And this was where we'll leave the video after this fight. Heading back into Stormcrap. Not Stormcrap. Stromcap. Okay. She's the leader. Right. Well, let's tie them up, I guess. One for you. I'll let you attack from the back. I wonder if this will hit both. Doesn't hit either. Okay, well then I guess I'll hit you if I can reach you. Yep. Can I hit both of these guys? Almost, I bet. Very nice. Who's already hurt? I guess you're going to come at me, so I'm going to get in there like this. Give you one of these. Damage is still really low. It doesn't help that he's plagued. Aye, jeez. Step back 5 feet there. The foot soldiers have the most health by far. Alright, let's do a little bit of a quick move here. We'll sprint behind him. And backstab. Man, not too bad. You liking that new dagger, Gobald? Why don't you back out so my area of effect guys can get to work? This should be enough to down him. Galvanization. Good night. Hey man, stop stabbing me. Big damage. Yeah, I'll go for... That's not going to kill him. Alright, well, let's go for the kill. Wrap this up. In your face! Ouch. Okay, time to turn this around a little bit. How you like me now? Hey, I was still talking to you. So this is where those extra valor points come in handy. Oh yeah. You guys are getting all the cutscenes. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, and the best, and some free. Hang on, and some free battle plate. I believe you're the Sentinel, right? Yeah, put that on. Oh my gosh, that is good. Very good. Anybody else wearing worse than 8? Yeah, you are. And you. Everybody is. Except for you. And you. So let's put it on our new frontliner. Beautiful. Alright. And we will check out this cave when we come back. Mount Altus Salt Mine. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. You can leave comments if you want to see anything, if you want to suggest names for the mercenaries. I hope you guys enjoy this one. It is, as an early access game, I have to say it is just mwah, chef's kiss. And we'll see you guys all next time.
That's how you know I don't fuck around. I'm playing every day. That's how you know I don't fuck around. Ask your mom, she'll tell you the same.